Looking to power level your Pokemon in Scarlet and Violet? In this video, I'll break down a simple pregame EXP farming method anyone can use, plus one of my favorites, a DLC strategy straight from the Indigo Disk expansion that I like to call Predator Mode. Let's dive right in. One quick note before we begin, the Predator Mode method does require the Indigo Disk expansion pass, so if you're still working through the story or don't have it yet, no worries, you can still farm EXP without the DLC. That's why we're going to start with the pregame method first. If you're ready in postgame, feel free to skip ahead to Predator Mode. Alright, first things first, before we start hunting, we're actually going grocery shopping to stock up on sandwich ingredients. So we're going to head on over to Mesagoza West. So we're going to pull up our map, head on over to Mesagoza West. And we're going to pick up a few ingredients. We're going to be grabbing some pickles at Shurikens. Then we're going to hit up Artisan Bakery and we're going to pick up a few more ingredients there. Head over to Shurikens. And we're going to buy some pickles. I already have some pickles, but you would pretty much just pick up some pickles here. I normally like to keep around like 15 or so items in my inventory, but you can always do 30 or more, that's fine too. So pick up some pickles. Then we're gonna head over to Artisan Bakery, which is right over here. And here in Artisan Bakery, we're actually gonna be picking up a few different ingredients. We're gonna be picking up ham, mayonnaise, and mustard. So we have ham there, we also have mayonnaise, and we also have a mustard too. So we're gonna pick up those three ingredients. You could always buy them in bulk too. You can just hit like the plus button and buy them in bulk. I already have them, so I really don't, I'm good. So yeah, so once you have those ingredients, then you're pretty much set for the sandwich that you're gonna be making. If you want the ham sandwich recipe, just talk to the NPC at Every Which Way. The combo is going to be giving you encounter power normal level 1, which helps spawn Chansey, and it's a great EXP target. So quick tip, if you don't have the recipe yet, you can still make it in creative mode since you already have the ingredients. And if you ever want to go deeper into meal powers, you definitely should check out birbzone.com/sandwich. That's birbzone.com/sandwich. It's honestly a lifesaver. You can pick exactly what meal power you're looking for, what type you need, what level, and it'll calculate the sandwich, the ingredients, and even if there's alternate options that you need, like a restaurant meal option, so you don't have to craft it yourself. You can also choose whether or not to include Herba Mystica. It's really robust calculator, and I'll link it down in the description if you want to check it out. Okay, so now that you've got your sandwich ingredients, the next step is finding a strong fighting type Pokemon. Some great early game options are Axew, Riolu, or Slakoth, all of which you can catch in the South Province. They're all pretty much located in this area, and they're perfect because they have some of the highest base attack stats available early in the game. Axew eventually evolves into Haxorus, Slakoth into Slacking, and Riolu into Lucario. Just keep in mind that Riolu evolves with high friendship, so equipping a Soothe Bell will really speed that process up. These choices give you a solid powerhouse to help farm EXP quickly, and they're all available early on, which makes the method super accessible. So Axew, you can find this area here. So this is pretty much Axew's area, and you can find a few Axews there, and it's really not hard to find early on. We'll go ahead and check that out really quick. You would just actually head on over from Los Platos here and head on over in this direction here. Right through here, there's actually a space where you don't need any of the additional powers that your starter legendary has, Koraidon or Miraidon. So head on over here, and right from this, obviously dodge the wild Pokemon in the area there. So, and just with the regular jump, you can make it, even with the backwards jump too, that sort of backwards jump that. Okay, cool. So once you've gotten here, it's pretty much accessible, and these Pokemon aren't even that high level, so you know, you're okay. Come on over here. There you go. We found one of the evolutionary lines to slacking. Careful with the wild Pokemon. There you go, fam. So we found a level 19 Axu. That took like maybe like a minute or two for Axu to spawn. So, you know, that's one location for Axu. So Riolu's location is about right around this area. And I highly recommend, you know, exploring and trying to get like some of those fly points just so you have access to like some of the areas. Definitely do that to get ahead with making the map more accessible. Oh, fam, Riolu, right there. So that one took, you know, a lot less time than Axu. That was like about 10, 15 seconds, maybe 30 seconds just for Riolu. So yeah, it's pretty simple to get these fighting Pokemon early on in the game without having to like needing access to like other areas, you know, straight from the South Province. So definitely check them out. Now that you've got your fighting type Pokemon, the next step is heading out to hunt Chansey. The best spots are in the North Province Area 3 if you want a steady grind, or Area 2 if you're looking to challenge slightly higher level Chanseys. So North Province Area 3 would be right in this area here, North Province Area 3. You could take this fly point and check out this area here. This area does have a high chance of Chanseys. If you're looking to challenge slightly higher level Chansey, I would actually check out this area here, which is actually North Province Area 2. So that's what we're gonna do. We're actually gonna check out this area here. So because I already have a fly point at the Fire Scourge Shrine, I'm gonna go ahead and fly there. All right, so once you've arrived to the area that you choose, we're actually gonna set up a picnic and craft our sandwich. So we'll go ahead and do that now. Make a sandwich. And we do have those ingredients. So we're gonna go ahead and put pickle, ham, mustard, mayonnaise. Sandwiches is one of my favorite things in this game. So awesome. Congratulations, you just made yourself a ham sandwich. All done. Cool, got ourselves our ham sandwich. So it does give us encounter power normal, level 1, which is exactly what we want. Once you've crafted your sandwiches, we're gonna head on over to the grassy areas nearby. And if you hit right on the D-pad, you can actually track how long that meal power is going on for. So you know, you can set a timer to let you know it's always gonna be 30 minutes and it's always gonna tell you what meal powers are in that active meal power, which is awesome. And you're gonna notice Chansey spawning much more often. Oh, and Blissey too. And just a heads up, don't charge straight at them. Chansey spook easily and will run off. Instead, sneak up slowly and throw your lead Pokemon's Pokeball to start the battle. This is one of the best ways to consistently find wild Chansey, and since they're basically EXP gold mines, you'll notice your team leveling up fast. 4,000, 4,000. You know, as you can see, I already got my Fennekin ready to evolve, which is awesome. So, you know, this is a pretty good method to get your team leveling up fast. We'll try out a Blissey, just so we can see what kind of experience we get from Blissey. 6,000, 7,000, awesome. So we're hitting like about 7,000, 6,000 experience. Again, you can see Chansey's already evolving just because it leveled up, which is awesome. This is so great. So this is a really effective way to level up your Pokemon. And you can do Let's Go mode and do auto battles, but in my experience, throwing your Pokeball out is just much more efficient. I would definitely do that as opposed to auto battles and Let's Go. So this isn't the single fastest method in the game, but it's an easy, low stress way to keep your team ahead of the curve while progressing through the story. So 2 tips make this even better. If you've cleared the 5th gym, give your lead Pokemon the lucky egg that Jack rewards you with before the 6th gym. This is gonna double your EXP gain, so you can actually get that lucky egg. I have some here. You could apply it to your Pokemon, and it's gonna double your EXP gain from what you saw. We're gonna give that one more shot. And this actually does help a lot too. If your Pokemon are lower level and you sneak up on Chansey or Blissey, you do get those extra 2 additional turns to have the advantage in the battle. And let's see how much it gives us now. 8,000. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's almost 9,000. That was pretty much 9,000. So from here, yeah, just like rinse and repeat, honestly, and you'll be racking up levels way faster than through normal trainer battles. I've had full teams evolved in under an hour using just this method. And once your Pokemon are strong enough, you can pivot into farming money too. You can add a Meowth or Gholdengo holding an Amulet coin, and every time you click payday or make it rain, you're guaranteed at least 1,000 Pokédollars per knockout. So not only are you leveling your team, you're lining your wallet at the same time. I could show you exactly what that's like here. Loot Goblin, my Galarian Meowth here, holding Amulet coin, and it is at level 100, so it really doesn't need EXP, but I just wanted to show you guys what that could look like. Caught it off guard. Payday. Picked up 1,000, and that's guaranteed every time. So if you skip to this chapter, that means you've already completed the main storyline, cleared the teal mask, and now have access to Blueberry Academy. Perfect, because this method is gonna crank your EXP farming to the next level and give you some bonus cash thanks to a special sandwich recipe we'll be making in creative mode. Now, most trainers roll with the basic ham sandwich recipe since it does give normal encounter power level 1. Not bad, but you're at Blueberry Academy now. You didn't just enroll, you joined the League Club of Farming Efficiency. So let's level this up. First stop shopping, we're gonna head on over to Levincia. Everything that you'll need is at Equestria Supermarket in Levincia, just south of the North Pokemon Center, right before the Central Battle Court. Fun fact, this is the only Equestria supermarket in all of Paldea. It's the only place you'll find curry powder, horseradish, cloth stick, tofu, and wasabi. So we're gonna head on over to Levincia. Levincia is also my favorite city for sandwich prep because it has everything. Shirkans, Delicioso, Artisan Bakery, and of course, Equestria. So we're gonna head on over north of the Pokemon Center, right before that Central Battle Court, right on over here. And once we're there, the magic recipe that we're gonna be needing, again, is 4 tofus, 2 watercress, you have to drop 2 of those pieces, 2 peppers and 2 salt, which you can buy here. So salt, pepper, watercress, and tofu. Perfect. And it's even vegan. So this makes one sandwich. So if you're planning on multiple runs, stock up. Personally, I like to keep at least 15 of every ingredient in my bag, but 30 or more doesn't hurt either. I already have most of these in my bag, so I'm just gonna skip this process. This combo is gonna give you normal encounter power level 1 and normal experience power level 1. Also, I've checked, there's no higher level version of this recipe, level 2 or level 3. Still, this recipe works perfect for Chansey farming, and that's exactly what we want. All right, time for the fun part. So we're gonna wanna fly on over to Savanna Biome and set up near rest area 1. Now, before we go full predator mode, here are some quick optimization tips. Run either Meowth or Gholdengo as your lead, holding an Amulet coin. You can use Payday with Meowth or Make It Rain with Gholdengo. Every knockout is gonna net you a guaranteed minimum of 1,000 Pokédollars. For pure efficiency, Gholdengo's Make It Rain is king. But if you don't care about cash, you can just run a quick fighting type move like Brick Break or Drain Punch. But if you want maximum efficiency, the ghost type Gholdengo is the way to go. Chansey literally can't touch it, so you'll steamroll every fight. Give lucky eggs to every party member except your lead. For even more efficiency, you can IV and EV train your level 100 Amulet coin lead, so you get guaranteed one-hit knockouts, which is what I've done here. I went ahead and IV and EV trained my Meowth here. So we're gonna go ahead and make that sandwich. There's some Pokemon here that I need to level up. Make a sandwich. And we're gonna go ahead and go into creative mode. And just like I said earlier, you know, some of those ingredients that we're gonna be adding are that watercress, which is 2 watercress. You will be dropping 2 of these pieces. And then our tofu, 4 of those. And then we're gonna be adding some salt and pepper. Salt, 2 pepper. So it should fill it up. So you should have 4 tofu, 2 watercress, 2 pepper, and 2 salt. And we're gonna go ahead and make that sandwich. This is how I pretty much manage a sandwich because it does get pretty tall. So I make space for 3 columns of tofu. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that here. And you just pile them up. They don't have to be perfect. It's okay because this sandwich will hold up and it will not fall apart on you. And you can see that camera slowly panning back as we add that those layers of tofu. See, there it is again. Okay, cool. All right, and then from this point, we do have to drop 2 of those watercress. So we'll drop 2 of them. Put 1 here, put 1 here, put 1 here, and then just 1 for good measure. Top it off. And see, it does hold up. Awesome, perfect. I wonder how our player character is gonna fit that down the hatch. There you go. We do have our 30-minute game timer now, which you can check, you know, from the menu, hitting right on the D-pad. As you can see, we have experience point power normal level 1 and encounter power normal level 1, which is great because it not only allows us to see Chansey and Blissey and other normal type Pokemon in this area, but then also get experience point when defeating those normal types at the same time. Like I mentioned earlier, we do want to add those lucky eggs to our Pokemon. I only have 4 at the moment, but I'm going to go ahead and lock that in there. So now that they have those lucky eggs, that's going to double their experience point. If you're using a fighting type Pokemon, that's great too. You can add a lucky egg to them and help them gain experience too. If that's the way that you're going, that's perfectly fine too. Pretty much just ride Koraidon or Miraidon. And as you can see, like we have a Chansey here. So Each Chansey is gonna give you about 5 to 10,000 EXP plus that sweet 1,000 Poké Dollars per battle. And that's a guaranteed 1,000. It could be more. 7,000, 6,000, 4,000. Awesome. We already got a Pokemon evolving, which is a clear indicator that they are getting that boosted EXP. So what's awesome is that the open field here makes it perfect for zipping around on your ride Pokemon, and honestly, it feels just like being back in the Kanto Safari Zone from Gen 1. Minus a step limit, of course, no chucking bait, no rocks, just straight hunting Chansey style, which is exactly where the name Predator Mode came from. And if you're lucky, there's a 15% chance that a level 55 through 67 Blissey will spawn in the Savanna too, with Happiny popping up around 30%, so that's extra EXP jackpots that are waiting for you. And we just keep that up. You will have situations where Payday doesn't fully knock out Chansey, and I think that's fine because that just gives you an opportunity to earn even more money at the end. You got Charmander evolving. Awesome. If money isn't your go-to and if that's not something that you need, you can always switch out that meal power for a different meal power, maybe like level 2 or level 3 for even more efficiency, like experience point power level 3, level 2, whatever makes sense for you. And as you can see, my Pokemon are just like leveling up. There's Bulbasaur, we had Charmander, Squirtle. Awesome. Chikorita. So that's Predator Mode farming in the Indigo Disk. Fast, efficient, and honestly a lot of fun seeing all that EXP piled up while your wallet fattens at the same time. Whether you're going for Gen 1 nostalgia with Meowth or max efficiency with Gholdengo, this method will have your team at 100 in no time. Now, I know some of you are probably thinking raids and event raids drop EXP candy way faster, and yeah, you're absolutely right, that's the speedrun method. But what I like about this approach is that it's way more chill, and it still works consistently outside of Terra raids, so think of it as an alternative to EXP farming with your Pokemon. That is all for today, trainers. If you're new here, welcome. We're just starting out as a channel focused on Pokemon, Nintendo, and console adventures. Hitting like or subscribe really helps us grow, and more importantly, helps us learn what kind of content you would love to see more of. So drop your thoughts below as we continue building this channel. Until next time, catch you on the next route.